So I wanted to give a demo of Optionsmith, and I will just go through the basic functionality. So Optionsmith supports multiple accounts, and that's one of the key features that we wanted to have is that if you have 3 different Schwab accounts, it aggregates all of your positions together on the dashboard. Even if you have multiple positions that span across the different accounts, you can see how all of them come together. You can see how your profit looks, and that's another major piece of what we do on here is we keep track of your rolling profit and loss, which means if you do option strategies where you like to roll your options forward as they get closer to expiration or other types of strategies like that, usually we always had to keep track of the ongoing profit as it accumulates, and this does that for you. So you know if you, for example, sell a put and keep rolling it forward and keep accumulating more premium, you see what you've been holding on to and making over that time, where most platforms will just show you what your current open position has for profit. So it does that work for you. I have the accounts in privacy mode right now, just because I'm going to put this video out there, but it will usually show you your net lick for each account, the account number and your buying power and everything. So there is that. When you have positions in a ticker like this, like on SPY, you can go into a detail page and you can see all of the individual trades that have happened. You can see the ones that are closed are grayed out, so these are puts that have been opened and closed and rolled forward. And then we also have a grouping feature where so if you have a whole bunch of positions that are under the same underlying, you can group them together and keep track of them in different ways. In this case, we actually have positions in different accounts. So I grouped them together based on account, but a lot of times, like if you have something like credit spreads that you're doing, and you want to have those credit spreads grouped together individually, so you can keep track of their profit and close them out and manage the risk on them individually, you can create new groups, and you can drag and drop different positions to move them to the group that you want them in. And when they're closed, and we keep track of the closed positions, we maintain the groups that you created, and you can also change the grouping once they're closed as well, just to keep track if you want to keep track of them in a different way and you want to group them together. We also have tags on positions, so you can tag them different ways, which makes them searchable in any of our pages based on tag. So if you want to tag all of your iron condors and then just search on iron condor or however you want to do it, that adds some flexibility there. And every position also has a notes capability, so you can enter in a whole bunch of notes that you want to where you want to keep track of what you were thinking and what you were doing. So it's great trade logging capability as well. If you are actually going to trade, there are several ways to do it. So there's the traditional way, which is if you're option trading, you can use the standard option chains. You can also buy and sell shares of stock and add that into your order, or just do that as your individual order. But this platform is mostly focused on option trading and making it really user-friendly and convenient for anybody to trade option strategies. So I have templates here. My favorite strategy is the butterfly, actually the broken wing butterfly, but you can quickly add a butterfly onto the chains. You can move the wings wherever you want them. And then you can also visualize it. So you can do all your ordering on the option chain, but you can also just go to the visual chart. And this is the way I like to do option strategies. And this is a very key feature for Optionsmith is we're focusing heavily on making it easy to visually see your risk, your reward. Even if you're an experienced option trader, I've been doing this for almost 20 years trading options, and I love just coming in here and being able to click on a strike visually. You can add calls, you can modify however you want with a very quick and easy user interface that gives you instant feedback on what your risk and reward would be. And so these are the draft legs, so these are the potential legs for your trade. Also, I always have a show existing capability so that you can layer on top of this any trades that you already have open in this ticker, so that you know what your risk and reward is going to be for let's say SPX overall. So you can show and hide them however you want. And actually, I'll give an example of that back here. So if I'm in SPY and I want to visualize that trade, it looks like this already. And then if I want to, and so these are the closed trades, and you can actually see what impact they had on your profit and loss, but they're unchecked by default. And so I should explain the way that the positions work is if you open a trade in something like SPY and you roll trades forward through time, you keep opening and closing trades on SPY, we track that as one position until you've closed all of your trades for SPY for at least a half hour. And then if you open new ones, we treat it as a new SPY position. So that's how we're handling what we're terming a position, which is all of your trades that are opening and closing in an ongoing manner in an underlying. And then we call the individual options that you buy and sell within that position a trade. So, but you can keep it as simple as you want, or you can get as complex as you want. So the goal is just to try to make it really easy to see what you're doing at all times and make it really fast in terms of setting up what you want. So that's why I think pro traders will really enjoy this, because you can get to where you want to go and do what you want to do really quickly if you know what you're doing. So and like I mentioned, you can always add legs to your strategy right on the visualizer, and then create an order and submit it from wherever you are, just submitting whatever draft legs you've added. You can see that the draft legs, so the legs that are potential new trades, don't have this white border around it, and they can be moved. So you can move them to the strike that you want them to be at. These are the ones that have the white border around them are existing legs. They cannot be moved, obviously, and you can assign them to groups and create groups from the visualizer right here. So that gives you convenience of the grouping. Okay, so when I want to quickly enter a trade, I actually come in and go directly to what we call the quick forge, which is just you've got a ticker symbol which you can enter. You click quick forge and you've got instant visualization of your position. So I can come in here and I can add the options that I want. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll come right into here and I will just add my broken wing butterfly, which is my favorite. So if I want to sell 2 calls, buy a call there, buy another call there, and that's the setup I want. That's the profit and loss visual that I'm looking for. And so then I just click create limit order and hit submit, and it will submit the order for me. And when I submit an order, it brings up a little page, a little drawer that comes out that shows you the status of your order, and you can just watch to see if it gets filled, or you can close that drawer, and then you can always go to your orders over here. And so if I go to past 2 days, so then you see your orders listed. And finally, I'll just mention the analytics. So we wanted to have a very useful analytics page where you can go in and I'm going to look at 6 months. You can see the performance of all of your trades that you've closed in the past 6 months. You can see what your open trades look like. And then your recent monthly P&L. So we're showing how much you made or lost each month in the past 6 months, and you can of course change that time frame. But and then we also have the strategy mix. So we detect what strategies you used, and we will show you the total that you made for each of those strategies within that time period. We have your largest gains, your largest losses for each ticker symbol, and that's a single position indicating what you made or lost. And then we have, so if you're trading different expiration lengths on your options, we're showing you how much you are averaging for each of those time frames, average per position, the average per position that you're making based on how long you're in the trade. And then if you make adjustments to your trade, then we're showing what your average per trade is when you've made some adjustments to that trade. So that is the basic overview. We support connection to Schwab accounts, and the plan is just to stick with that for the foreseeable future. So that's what you will need to use Optionsmith.